Scotty. Hi, Pumpkin.
How are you guys?
We miss you terribly.
I miss you guys too.
You promise?
Just a little bit.
Just a little, buddy.
We're podcasting.
You want to say hi to the pod?
No, absolutely the fuck not.
Well, you're gonna be in it. Sorry. Sorry, King.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you.
I love him so bad. Hi, guys. Welcome back to All About Love. How are we feeling today?
I just took a good nap.
Yeah?
I'm refreshed. I'm ready for some Applebee's in my mouth.
Applebee's in her mouth. I'm gonna
And-
get that drink I got last time.
Yeah, that blue drink.
Tell them where we're at.
We are at none other than the Sykeston Boot Heel Rodeo. Well, currently we're
I feel
in
like
the
you're
Hilton.
missing a word. Isn't it like 4
The
words?
JC Sykeston Boot Heel Rodeo.
Yeah.
Currently we're in the Hilton. Clearly not at the rodeo, but
We're not in the Hilton. We're in the Hampton Inn.
it's
It's a part of Hilton,
yeah.
but it's not the Hilton.
Okay.
I don't want them to
Did
think.
you want to tell them where we are?
I don't want them to think we're rich. Not yet.
We gotta stay humble.
Yeah, we gotta let them know that we're still humble queens. We went to the rodeo last night and it was a lot of fun. I don't know what happened, but as much as we drank, I never once got like tipsy, but nothing.
Yeah, I think first of all we ate our body weight in McDonald's.
Guys,
before.
I had 2 cheeseburgers, a medium fry, a Coke, and a small chocolate shake.
I forgot about the shake.
I mean, I didn't eat all my burgers, but
Yeah, so we couldn't get tipsy, but it was still a really
Yeah.
good time. We watched the entirety of the rodeo.
it was a lot of fun because I feel like last year I was too drunk to like
Yeah,
do it, and so like this year
we
it
actually
was
like focused in and like
yeah, and I was like, wow, wait, this is kind of badass.
yeah,
I was like, I understand, I get it now. Like I'm excited to like go watch again.
yeah, it was really good. I'm just sad that they didn't have bullfighting last night, but
I know
they had kids riding sheep, so it was
Yeah.
still cute.
That was so cute. I was like, I want a kid to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that, but
Yeah, I don't either.
I was that kid. I rode sheep.
Did you?
Yes, whenever I was little at the rodeo, me and my brother, my father would literally force us. I remember crying in the chute, being like, "I don't want to do it, Daddy."
I
And
don't
they
wanna do
would-
it, Daddy.
At this one, they sent all the kids out of the chute like individually,
Yeah.
but the rodeo that I would go to and we'd ride the sheep, they just send the sheep in like one big herd.
Wait, you were in the rodeo?
All of the kids, well, just like those kids were riding sheep, like that was what I would do. But it was like,
You weren't like at a rodeo.
yeah,
You were in a
Yeah.
rodeo?
yes, but it wasn't like it was a much smaller rodeo. Like it wasn't
Okay.
like.
Like a county fair kind of thing or something.
Yeah, but it was just like, oh, the kids at the end are gonna like ride these sheep. It wasn't like we were
okay.
fighting for money, you know.
Okay. I was like,
But-
oh my
No,
god.
yeah, like
She's
and
a rodeo queen.
I would cry, like I'd be like, Dad, I don't want to do it, and he'd be like, I don't think he'd say like you're doing it, but like basically, you're not my kid if you don't do it.
Literally, yeah. That's how like
And yeah, so
Yeah.
but they would send us all out like as one big herd, so like you would fall off much easier because like you're bumping into other sheep. But this one they sent them
Wow.
out individually.
it was
cute.
really cute.
They even had like little bullfighter kids.
Oh my god. They were trying to like hype up the crowd. They're like it was
so cute.
so cute.
I loved it.
But now we're gonna be on night 2, so we're gonna go to Applebee's and then we're gonna go hopefully I wanna get like a little I wanna be feeling good when I walk in that rodeo.
Yeah, for sure.
Because not that like we need to be like drunk or anything because, you know, but it's just like I don't know.
It's our grand finale.
It is our
we
grand
wanna,
finale.
we want
It's
to be
the
a
end of the
little
summer.
silly,
Yeah, and like I was expecting us to be like hungover doing this today, but we're not.
which was amazing.
Honestly, it is amazing because we've literally what did we do this morning? We got breakfast.
We got breakfast and then we've just been rotting.
Yeah. And we ate a bunch of food just now. We ate chips. And I ate cookies.
So basically, what you do at the rodeo is drink and eat
Yeah. I probably yeah.
with a side of sleep.
I loved it. Oh my god. Let's talk about our sandwiches from last night.
Oh yes. So this is indeed not our first rodeo.
No.
And we know that after the rodeo, you're usually drunk, tipsy, or like just, you know, ravenous for food.
Yes.
And unfortunately, here in the Boot Heel of Sykeston,
Mm-hmm.
there are no restaurants at 11 p.m. open besides Taco Bell. So it's
Yeah.
either you sit in the Taco Bell drive-thru for an hour and hope that your order's right, or you go and you get things to make just like poor people sandwiches, basically.
Yeah.
And last night we had white bread with cheese, mayo, turkey.
Claire is the pro, like, sandwich maker.
You can't go wrong.
No, you can't. We love it. We
So
literally love it.
We always come back to our room and just eat our Sammys and recap the night.
Yeah.
Last year we prank called people. Maybe tonight.
Oh my god, I hope that.
Tonight, if we're feeling silly,
Yes.
maybe we'll prank call people
or FaceTime. You know, honestly, times like these, like trips like these, feels like you're like in high school again.
Yes.
Or like grades. You know what I mean?
Like sleepovers.
Like I miss sleepovers and like prank calling people.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you guys ever like pull all-nighters?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Let's pull an all-nighter.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that very often. I love my sleep.
I probably did it like quite a few times, but I don't know, I kind of was like, okay, like an all-nighter is like 2 a.m. And I was like, oh my god, like we're
crazy.
We're crazy. We're getting lit.
My issue was my mom was the type of mom that like she always picked me up from sleepovers like 9 a.m. super early. And then it was never like on my weekends I could go just rest. She didn't like let us as kids like be lazy. Like at home we always had to be doing chores or like in the yard pulling weeds. I'm not even kidding. So it was like I knew I'd be miserable the next day.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
That didn't happen for me. Thank God.
Yeah.
But I'm lazy.
Tanya had kids to put them to work, okay?
Yeah. I believe it. You weed picker.
I remember a funny story. Whenever I was younger, I genuinely do not know why, other than I think my mom just wanted to torture us. She would not buy a mop. We were her moppers. We would get on our hands.
You're joking.
I promise. She would make us get soap water or whatever and a bucket, just like a big bowl from the kitchen, and use like wash rags, and we had to get on our hands and knees and we would mop the floor. And like genuinely, I'm sorry, like yes, we were poor, but a mop is not that expensive from the Dollar General.
No.
I do not know why she would not buy a mop for the longest time. But it didn't matter what I was doing, what day of the week it was, how old I was, who was over. I had to do my chores. And I remember one day Mallory was over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was mopping the floor as one does on my hands and knees. And my mom was like calling me Cinderella and like basically making fun of me while I mopped. And I was like, I want to die.
Yeah.
And me and Mallory always talk about that.
That's so weird.
You know what? I'm actually going to ask my mom. Should we call her?
Tanya, what are you doing?
What? Actually, she might be working. Why did we not have a mop growing up?
But like, you know what? That makes sense why you're so like adamant about like your Sunday resets and like cleaning on Saturdays. Like you're like, I have to get this done.
Yes, it's like just literally built in my brain.
Yeah.
Because trust me, I love a weekend where I do nothing, but honestly, almost every Saturday, because I'm off every Saturday.
Yeah.
Like as long as I don't have anything going on or people aren't visiting, I am cleaning the house like top to bottom. Like I'll start with my room, my bathroom, and then like just the main living areas. I'll at least vacuum and dust, and just like nothing is better than a clean house.
Oh my god.
And then you can rot.
No, that's like me on Sundays. You know what we need to start doing? We need to get brunch again.
I was
start doing our brunch dates, but
she's at work. I can't call my mom.
Dang,
at
we
work
can't
and
call
say,
her. Why do I have a mop growing up? Does Keegan have to do that?
No. Keegan is so... Listen. It's always like the third kid gets...
Oh,
let's talk about this.
Brock's the same way.
The third kid, like, by the time the parents are there, they're so over the discipline of it all that there's basically no rules.
No, they're raised so much differently than us.
Yeah, so Keegan is fortunate enough. He does not have to mop on his hands and knees. He's, like, supposed to do the dishes and stuff, but every time I'm there, like...
yeah. I know what you mean. That's how Brock is.
But my mom... She's much more lax.
Laid back.
Yeah. With Keegan. Like, I remember, even if I was, like, at my grandma's house, which was, like, just down the road, literally, we would walk to my grandma's house, and we were, like, hang out with our cousins.
Yeah.
If my mom came home, and there was a singular dish in the sink, she would call us at my grandma's house. I would have to walk up the hill. And
about a mile.
We would usually, not even... We would usually get a butt chewing and then we'd have to do that dish. And then if we were lucky, we could go back to our grandma's. But if like she came home and the things that we were supposed to do, if there was laundry in the dryer or a dish in the sink or, whatever, she was calling us. Didn't matter where we were, who we were with, what we were doing. It was get your booty home and get this done.
That's crazy.
Oh, my friend.
My parents were not like that.
We could go on for days. My friends, like, and I mean, my mom was just another level of discipline, but I think it goes back to her childhood. Her dad was crazy, like that. Yeah. I remember growing up when we would go visit him. He made the best sweet tea. If we had a sweet tea and we just like wanted to drink it as we came and went, and we sat it on the table. If you sat your drink on the table and you walked away to go to the bathroom, you can bet your bottom dollar that cup is no longer there. It has been washed and it is in the cabinet. Like 100% of the time. You'd have to be like, Pop, please, like, leave my tea.
Leave my tea. Oh my gosh. See, my mom was like the opposite. Like, for example, like they would make her stay at the table and eat all of her food.
Yeah.
And she's never been like that with us because like it was like a trauma thing.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't make us eat all of our food, but she would make us like at least take a bite of everything. She wouldn't let us be picky.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to sit at the table until everyone was done eating.
I like that. I feel like that's how I'd want it.
No TV on, no TV allowed, no toys allowed at the table. God, no toys allowed at the table, no phones allowed at the table. And she wouldn't make us eat all of our food, but if she felt like we didn't eat enough, then she'd be like, okay, eat 2 more bites and you can be done.
Yeah.
But we weren't allowed, and my mom was the slowest eater. Like, me and Tristan would always be done. We'd always be done, and she'd, like, still be eating.
Yeah.
But it was just her for, like, the first 9 years of my life. Well, 10. I'm 10 years older than Keegan, but my mom got with Keegan's dad whenever I was 8 or 9. It was just her, me, and Tristan, so she would have just been eating alone.
Yeah, that's true. No, I get that.
So we would just...
I do kind of like the rule of, like, not getting up from the table until everyone's done. I feel like that's, like, a respectful
And we had
thing.
to ask to be excused. Oh, my gosh. I forgot that. Whenever we were kids, we had to ask to be excused.
That's how my grandparents' house was, though. It was just kind of like yeah, I guess that's kind of how we were, too.
That's crazy. Thinking if my mom did that to Keegan now, he would look at her with, like, she had 3 eyes. Like, what did you just say? I have to do what?
I have to do what? Yeah. No, it's, like, literally crazy how different they are.
Yeah.
Like, how, like, growing up is so different. Like, Brock literally doesn't have a curfew, and he's 17 years old. And, like, he has the entire basement to himself.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a curfew. Like, he had a curfew, but, like, it wasn't instilled by any means. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like...
enforced, yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah, times are different. I also just think, like, our parents have gotten older. Like, yeah. I know, like, my mom...
we also both have, like, a big age gap with our youngest sibling.
Yeah. My mom's she will be 51. So she's just like, she's like, I'm choosing and picking my battles, and this battle is not one I'm willing to fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to say, may I please be excused? Exactly like that. May I please be excused from the table? And if she thought we ate enough, and if she thought we behaved, then she'd excuse us. But we weren't allowed to be excused and go play. We had to clean up.
Damn. I mean, I guess that's, like, good.
Yeah.
I think that's good. For the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I'll be as, like, a parent.
Yeah.
It's, like, weird to think
I can tell you one thing. I won't have my kid on their hands
and knees scrubbing the damn floor. I bet she just did that to make sure it's, like, good and clean.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust my 10-year-old kid to mop my floor good.
Kids are gross. So weird.
I don't know why she would not buy a mop. Me and Tristan eventually just would make it fun, and we'd, like, play games while we did it.
Really?
Yeah, like, we had no other choice. We're going to be mopping this floor, so let's at least have some fun.
Yeah, might as well. Play a little bit.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Nashville, because Claire and I are roomies.
Yes, we're roomies.
Should we talk about how we became friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so back on my birthday when I turned 22, I've already talked about this, but I told my mom that I wanted to move to Nashville. And my mom said, oh, you should, like, talk to Claire. And my mom knew Claire because...
on my 21st birthday, I went to Nashville and to just visit. And Allie's mom went with us. It was my mom, Allie's mom, and then their mutual best friend. So then 3. I don't know. It was like a weird year. I don't know. Like one of my friends was supposed to go with me.
I was like, why didn't your friends go?
One of my friends was supposed to go with me, and then she couldn't. And then like I wanted Scott to go with me, and then he ended up not being able to go. And I think it was just more of like my mom and like Amanda were like, you're turning 21, we're doing something fun. Oh, and Simone's fun, she's going.
Yeah.
I don't really know why I went with my mom and her friends, but it was fun. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I met Simone. Literally the first 5 minutes, I would say, we got in the car. I sat in the back seat with Allie's mom. She was like, you have to meet my daughter. And at the time, Allie was 19. Going to be 20. You were turning 20 that year.
Yeah, you're right.
And she was like, you have to meet my daughter, Allie.
I was married.
Yeah, well, you were, like, I think getting separated or, like, maybe.
If it was in January of that year.
Yeah.
Of 2020, I was still married.
That's crazy.
That's weird as fuck. Anyway.
But she was like, you would love my daughter, Allie. Like, you remind me so much of her. And she told me that she was 19. I was like, tell me when she's 21.
Yeah, literally.
No, I was like, oh, that's so cool. But then we literally never met until 2022.
Yeah, so like I messaged you. I added you on Snapchat. Like literally it says June 13th, 2022.
That's funny. That's your birthday.
Yeah. So it's because that's when I told my mom that I wanted to move to Nashville. And she was like, oh, like, talk to Claire. So, like, I added you on Snapchat. I literally remember it was at my Mexican restaurant in Benton. And I was like, oh, my God. So, I added you, and, like, I messaged you about it, like, 2 times, I think. And then, like, when I was, like, talking about, like, where I would move to. And then you recommended, like, your apartment. And so I, like, literally didn't even look at it. I just, like, trusted your judgment.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nice. I love it. I'm best friends with one of the girls that works in the leasing office. Like, it's good. The only thing was it was 20 minutes from downtown.
Yeah. But all the other locations, like me and my old roommate, like we just like we both wanted like different ones. Like she wanted something closer to her work and I didn't have a job yet. So I was like, okay. So we decided on VBS.
Yeah, we lived in VBS.
Yeah. And then I met you the day I moved in.
Yeah. And then we became besties, and now we live together.
Yeah. So it's been almost 2 years.
And I've been in Nashville almost 3 years.
It's not, when you said it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like, it doesn't feel like 3 years, but it feels like so much has happened that it's like, how's it only 3 years?
I know. We have so many memories. Should we talk about the first time we went out together?
Yes, we should. Without being too incriminating. Yes. So I don't even remember. I think we were just like, let's go out, you know.
You were like, oh, like it's the weekend before my birthday.
Let's go out. And we were like, let's be good though.
Yeah. And it was our first time, like, this is like when we started, like, because we had went to like Mexican one time and like we hung out like maybe twice after
I think we went to Mexican the night before we went out.
Maybe.
That was like the first time.
Yeah. But, like, we weren't, like, hanging out really yet.
Yeah. So, we were like, let's go out. So, we went out. We got all cutesy and went out. We took the cutest pics.
We did.
And it was, like, 11:30. It wasn't late. It was, like, a good time to be going home. And
I feel like I gotta sit up now. The good stuff's happening.
I had known this person.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of how I want to say all this. I had known this person from the year before.
Yeah.
And they were visiting Nashville.
Yeah.
And so it was just Sally and I, and this person messaged me on Instagram and was like, are you out tonight?
Mind you, we were literally going to leave like 5 minutes before that.
Yes.
Like, we were like, let's finish our drinks and go.
The person was like, are you guys out? Are you out tonight? And I was like, we're out tonight if you're buying our drinks. Period slay. We're out tonight if you're buying our drinks. And
he was like, okay.
That indeed happened. So we went, what was it?
Where did we go? And you didn't say okay. You said you have to buy my friend's drinks.
No,
too.
Yeah, I literally was like, oh, but I'm not just talking about my drinks.
Like my friend's drinks.
Me and Allie.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk Central.
Yep.
So we met them at Honky Tonk Central on the rooftop. It was so dead. There was no one there. It was a Saturday. There was no one there. It was January. January's slow.
Best time to go to Broadway.
November, like late November through February
Dead
is
season.
The best time in Nashville.
Yes.
But yeah, so we went to Honky Tonk Central, and it was this person that I had met the year prior, and then their 2 friends that I had also met. And we were just
we get
having
there
ourselves a big and rich time.
We immediately started doing, I think it was Vegas bombs.
Yes, we were doing Vegas bombs.
Guys, like, I literally like wasn't really drunk before we got there.
No, we had a good buzz.
Yeah. We get there.
We have a good buzz. We've had our fun.
We both blacked out. Like, we're like taking shots, dancing. I kiss a guy.
No, and we're very much not like this anymore.
No, not at all.
I mean, we still have our fun, but first of all, well, let's get deeper.
Yeah, let's get deeper.
So we got on Honky Tonk Central, and we're like having fun, dancing. We're standing around a table. I think we're like playing games or something. We're like making handshakes. Like, just being silly.
Yes.
Just being silly. And I think we did 3 Vegas bombs in less than an hour, plus mixed drinks, which like, for us,
we were dead.
For us, that's a lot.
And you were just starting your meds and like not drinking.
Yeah, yes, I hadn't been drinking much that like for 2 months.
Yeah.
I had just started new medication. So all of that at once, we were just like really hammered.
Shit was wild.
Somehow we get talked into. I'm sure they really had to twist our arm to go back to their hotel.
Yeah.
We have our own homes. Okay?
Yeah.
We also have dogs. Okay?
We're mothers. We as a mother.
They needed their mothers, and we failed.
We failed them for sure.
So I genuinely, like, the only reason that I'm willing to tell this story / comfortable is because I know we were safe because the people we were with were safe. Like, it was.
Yeah.
I knew them.
Nothing crazy happened.
Yeah. I knew
it's just a funny story. But
I, like, don't remember the walk. I remember vaguely.
Me either. Vaguely.
I remember very vaguely, like, it just being really, really dark.
I remember it being, like, dark in my brain, but also,
and my eyes. Like, my eyes felt dark.
Yes, like, dimmed.
Yes.
And then, like, I remember being cold, and I was like, how much longer?
Yeah, it was a long one.
Because it was, like, freezing.
Like, people in Nashville, are, like, they think, oh, we're staying downtown, let's walk everywhere, but no.
It's
like, downtown's terrible. A good walk.
It is a good walk.
So we get to their hotel. Again, I don't remember anything until all of a sudden. Literally, like, we both snapped into it, like, came to at the same time. We're in their bathroom, their hotel bathroom.
I feel like it's like when we, like, looked at the mirror, like, into each other, you know what I mean?
Like, in light.
Yes.
There was, like, lights
and then you go to the bathroom. And then I go to the bathroom.
Allie's
and
like...
Claire's like, we have to get out of here. We have to get out of here. We're not supposed to be here.
Before that, Allie's peeing. And I go to lean against the shower door. Not realizing the shower door was open. I fall backwards into the shower. I had a bruise from my elbow to my armpit. It was...
Oh my God.
So bad.
I was laughing so hard. I had my pants down peeing, and I fell forward.
We were like that. So all of a sudden, like, after I fall, like, that kind of knocks some sense into my pea-sized brain.
Yeah.
And I was like, we gotta get out of here.
What are we doing here?
Why are we here? What are we doing? We're not into these people. Like,
no.
We don't, like, they're lovely, but, like...
Yeah, and, like, kissable.
Very much.
But that's it.
Not.
No.
So, but we're like, oh my God, we're gonna have to escape. Like, these people just bought all of our drinks. Like, we have to escape.
We gotta go.
So their one friend wasn't out.
Yeah.
And I can't think of his name. But I was like, hey, so-and-so.
We're leaving.
I whispered, I was like, we have to go. And he's like, okay, go.
He said go.
Like, he understood. He was like,
yeah.
I don't know where our other friends, like, went for that moment. They were somewhere.
Either. I don't know if they were, like, planning something or what, because they were, like, out. I think they were out the door. I don't know. All I remember is we dart.
we literally open up the hotel room.
Oh my God.
And when I tell
Claire,
you,
I can't.
we sprint out of that room like we were gonna be killed. Like they were gonna hold us at gunpoint and not let us leave.
I don't know.
There was not a chance that they weren't gonna let us leave. They were so nice. They were like, where are you guys going? We're like, we gotta go home. And they're like, okay, let us get you an Uber.
No. Let's not forget the part in the elevator when I clicking the button. I click the button to shut the doors. They start shutting, and they click the button to, like, go downstairs, and it opens, and I scream, and I'm like, ah!
We got caught. The elevator opened.
It was like a scary movie when you're, like, running from, like, the scary guy.
Yes. And
so dramatic.
They're like, where are you going? We're like, to our home. And they're like, okay, well, like, let us get you an Uber.
We're like, oh, okay. That was easy.
That's easy.
And then we got invited on a cruise.
Oh my god, yeah. And then they
Yeah.
invited us on a cruise.
Where are they from? New York?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
Shout out to all of our Buffalo peeps.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be watching this eventually one day.
Honestly. Probably.
What's up?
Yeah. So that was our first night going out. So
it was a movie.
If that was an indication to the trouble and shit we were going to get into, like, that was the perfect.
Yeah, we've been bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot more stories where that came from. That's just one of them. That's just the first.
Yeah, but now I feel like, just so much more aware, like, let's not go to people's hotel.
It's like good stories, but it's like it's not the vibes anymore. No, it's scary.
It's not the vibes, but also it's not responsible.
No, it's not.
I feel like we just don't really go downtown anymore.
No, we've gotten like older, even though it's been like only a year and a half. I feel like we've changed completely. Like a lot, we've changed a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like was talking about this yesterday. I was like, I haven't been like deathly hungover in a long time because like I just don't get to that point anymore.
Well, and two, like if a year and a half ago, if last night how we couldn't get drunk, we would have been like, we're going to the bar.
Yeah.
Like after the rodeo.
I mean, I did make a joke about it, but
yeah, but after the rodeo, like we would have been.
But I would have been like actually upset if we didn't go to the bar. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
But last night I was like,
I didn't give a fuck. I was just kidding, to be honest with you.
I was like, get this makeup off my face. Get these boots off my feet.
I was like, I want this sandwich and I want to scroll on TikTok.
Yeah.
Until I go to sleep. So we've changed a lot, and then you went sober for
5 months.
Yeah, from your birthday.
We talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So we make birthdays like the biggest deal ever. And unfortunately, we typically regret it by day 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So my birthday this year, my birthday before this year, my 24th birthday was like terrible. I was like alone. I was going through like just like really transitional season of life with like friendships, and I was living alone at the time. I didn't have any plans. I tried to get my family to come. No one would come for my birthday. So for my 25th birthday, it was like, we're going all out. Like, I don't care what we do.
You're like, start planning now, babe.
But we're doing something.
Yeah.
And boy, did we do something. And so we did a Thursday day, we went out and night. And then Friday, we just had like a game night at home. And then Saturday, we like went really hard.
Yeah, we did.
Unfortunately.
We did. And so we went so hard.
Saturday we went so hard that we were home by like we left the bar. I remember it being 10:30.
Yeah.
I was like beyond blacked out. I was like a hot ass mess. I was like not doing well physically. I was blacking out atrociously. Just not good. And so after that birthday, the next day, like I was so hungover. I was puking and having panic attacks. And I was like, okay, like I've said it so many times, like, I can't drink. Like, I need to stop drinking. And not that I had a problem. It was just, like, I hate the way it made me feel.
Made you feel, yeah.
Mentally and physically. So then, after that one, it was so bad. I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not done, like, forever, but I'm, like, I gotta take a break.
Yeah.
So I went from my birthday to Memorial Day. So January.
It's a long time.
Yeah. January to the end of May.
And, like, we even went out sometimes.
Yeah, we would go out or, like, Allie would have drinks at dinner and stuff, but I did not like.
You were not even like remote. Like literally one time, I was like, "Oh, like this cider beer is really good," and like you thought about trying it, just like to try it, and then I was like, "No, it's like, it's not even worth it."
No, I didn't miss it at all.
It's more just like I don't know, yeah.
I didn't miss it. I was like, I felt so good, and even now, I've honestly drank a handful of times since Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Like Memorial Day, and then your birthday,
and
then the Bachelorette was like the main times.
But, like, we haven't just, like, went out to go out.
No.
Like, it's just for occasions.
No, and I like to keep it that way now.
And you might have, like, one drink, like when we went to Mexican.
Yeah, but I didn't even finish it.
But I feel like it's, like, helped you grow so much.
Oh, yeah. Like, just being more clear-minded and, like, mentally.
Yeah.
I struggle with just being, like, so in my head mentally, especially when I'm hungover, that it was just, like, I could not live like that anymore the way that we were drinking.
Yeah.
That I was like, I literally am going to go crazy. I'm having panic attacks, and this is no longer fun.
No.
Like, at what point does it become like not fun?
Yeah.
And at what point do you take a step back, evaluate, and change something? And so I did, and it was the best 5 months. But I think I'll do it again eventually.
Yeah.
Or maybe go like forever.
I kind of want to do like the 90 days, like the 75 hard.
Yeah. I like kept track of how many days I was at, and it was like a breeze. And once I hit 100 days, it was like, at first I didn't know how long I was gonna go. I was like, I just gotta take a break. And then I got to like 80 something.
You got close and you're like, okay, I think like I'm like ready.
Yeah, I got to like 80 something and I was like, okay, but like let's just get to 100. Like
Yeah.
I might as well.
Yeah.
So then I got to 100 and we were gonna celebrate on my 100th day, and I was like, but do I just celebrate my sobriety just to celebrate, or like should I at least make it Memorial Day when I have I was going to
a
those
reason
arcs.
to, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how many days it was. It was like maybe 120.
Yeah,
maybe
something like that.
114. I don't
It's
know.
a long time.
So I guess it wasn't 5 months.
It's like 4 months.
Yeah, whatever.
Still, regardless, that's a really long time. I can't tell you the last time. I've never done that.
Well,
never.
Honestly, like small town, hometown shit, like growing up.
That's all there is to do.
Like in high school, I started drinking when I was 21.
Yeah.
But 16. So like
I did have a late start. Like I started like right at 21, really.
Yeah.
Maybe no, I was like 20.
So, yeah, no, we would go hard, and that was just what there was to do.
Yeah.
And then I went through a relationship, like a really toxic relationship for like a year and a half, where he was like super against drinking. So there was like periods of time during that relationship that I wouldn't drink.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was the longest that I've gone, probably since I was like 16.
Damn, that's really crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't have like a bad. I don't know.
I don't have like. Okay, it's hard to say I don't have like a bad thought process with alcohol, because I come from a line of alcoholics.
Yeah.
So I know the demon that's in alcohol.
Yeah.
And so I think it scares me. Like the moment that I'm like, oh, that's not myself, or oh, I'm blacking out, or whatever.
Yeah.
And the moment I feel like I don't have control.
Yeah. I feel like I remember I was talking to you about this the other day, but last year, when I was like, I feel like I'm like getting mean.
Yeah.
And like I was like, okay, like I need to like take a check. And then like I don't know, just like as getting older, I feel like I hit 24 and like hit a wall.
I definitely was getting mean. Well, not mean, but I was like just allowing alcohol to allow me to like act in ways that I wouldn't usually act.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Not necessarily like that I was being a mean drunk, but I just wasn't being pleasant.
Yeah. I guess that was like I wasn't like mean or anything, but like I was just like getting like annoyed with people easier, and like kind of being probably like more bitchy than I usually am. Not that I'm bitchy, but
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes. But no, I agree. But like now I feel like I've calmed down a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I'm like, oh, I have this weekend, like
I
have to work. I don't want to go to the bar after. Like I'm tired.
And also that's the thing. Like I work Monday through Friday, so Saturdays are my cleaning days.
Yeah.
And like I'll go do something on Saturdays, but then like Sundays are like I designate my Sundays to genuinely be like my relaxing day, because I do all my cleaning Saturday. Yeah. Sunday is my relaxation day. I don't want to spend my one and only day
like hungover,
anxious, tired, like gross. And then I'm not mentally there like clearly Monday.
Yes.
Like it's hard for me to even get back to work on Monday after drinking on the weekend, because my brain is just so fogged.
Yeah. Well, I remember telling you like one weekend I like didn't drink at all, and I was like, dude, like the weekend lasts so much longer when you're not like fucked up the whole time.
Yeah. When you're like just living life.
Yeah.
Sober.
Like literally earlier she was talking about this guy, and she was like, oh, like guess what he's doing this morning? And I was like, the farmer's market. Just out of nowhere. And she was like, how did you know that? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be going to the farmer's market.
That's so cutie.
But I mean, I have to work at 9 a.m. so I can't. But
yeah,
like I want to do things like that. Like I feel like I'm so ready for like the fall and like
oh my gosh, the weather
winter
today.
Oh my god, the weather outside is so nice.
This morning it was like 68 degrees outside, so if you were standing in the shade, it literally felt like a fall like afternoon when you're about to go watch a football game.
I can't wait. I don't even know anything about football, but I'm excited.
College football. I can't wait. We're going.
Oh yeah, we gotta plan a trip to Knoxville again.
Yeah, so fun
with our friends. We have a lot of plans.
We're booked and we're busy. Okay?
We're booked and we're busy.
Nothing's booked yet, but we're busy.
Yeah, so don't ask us. We planned like 3 trips yesterday in the car.
Yeah,
they're not set in stone.
They're all gonna happen.
Let's hope so.
We gotta.
Let's start the first plan this week.
Yes, we're making a mountain over a molehill. Let's get through this week.
But we'll for sure do the one in September.
Yeah. Whether or not it's with anyone.
Yeah.
Well,
even if it's just us.
Yeah.
I might bring mine just because he loves Co, but...
Yeah, well, that's fine. The more the merrier.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so... Nashville is...
Do you love Nashville?
I love Nashville.
Do you think you'll, like, stay there forever?
I think I'll stay in Tennessee. Okay. I don't have anything tying me down, like, other than... Well... I can't say that. I have a we have great jobs.
Yeah. We also work together.
Yeah.
We live, we work, we hang out, we work out together. We do everything together. Yeah.
I am, like, never say never. I'm the type of person that's like, oh, you want to live there? Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And if it's worth it, if there's, like, something worth it enough, I would move.
Yeah.
The only place, like, speaking now as who I am in current day, I'm single, no kids. I'll stay in Nashville for at least probably 3 to 5 more years. I would love to live in East Tennessee.
Yeah, you said that.
I love East Tennessee. I want to live in East Tennessee so badly. Off the grid a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But work. So.
Yeah.
We'll see. Eventually.
You literally never know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll find a rich man.
That is very true. But, yeah, I think that Tennessee is good for you.
Oh, yeah. I can say one thing. I don't know where I'll end up, but I do know I'll never go back to Illinois.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Unless, like, God forbid, something crazy happened and I had to be there, like, for my little brother.
Yeah.
And if even then, he'd be moving to Tennessee. Like,
yeah.
And he's almost old enough. Like, he's...
Yeah, he is.
But close. No, there's not a chance in hell.
I always say that, but never say never.
There's not a chance in hell that I go back to Illinois.
I love my hometown boys. Even though...
my hometown.
Although, my boyfriend told me he'd move to Tennessee, so...
Yeah. That's crazy. I can't believe that you, like... can say I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend. It's kind of weird to me. I'm still not used to it. Yeah. Let's talk about your dating life. How's Nashville and dating, Claire?
Okay, listen. The first year...
What did I just say? How's Nashville and dating? How is Nashville dating?
I thought my phone was ringing because someone wanted to talk to me. It's just our ring.
No, of course not. You're not that lucky. Oh my god, last night one of your friends was like, oh, like come to my wedding, be Claire's +1. I said, she won't have a boyfriend, so I definitely will be able to.
Literally, Caitlin came up to me and goes, hey, Allie's gonna be your +1 to the wedding.
Okay, so I said, okay.
That's fine, but, like, glad we're not thinking her wedding's in October of 2025. I'm glad we're thinking about a boyfriend. I know.
We thought we would have a boyfriend this year. Well, I do, but I'm not gonna bring him if you don't have one.
Yeah. Okay, so dating.
Yeah, how's dating?
So the first year that I lived in Nashville, I did 0 dating. I had just went through a really bad breakup. And so that's kind of like a big reason that pushed me to move to Nashville. And so the first year I lived in Nashville, I was like, I'm doing 0 dating. I don't want, like, to talk to anyone. And that was super great. And then finally, when Allie moved here, she's like, you got to get on Hinge. Like, you got to do something.
Not me, guys.
I had never in my life, never. I was 24 years old whenever I got it. I had never, ever been on a dating app. And so I downloaded Hinge. And let's just say I'm still single.
She's still single.
A year and a half later.
Yeah. Yeah, girl.
Which I haven't had Hinge since October of last year.
No.
So it's been like almost a year.
Although we're gonna set it up tonight.
Yeah. So I recently thought that I would have a boyfriend soon. And I think I'm being ghosted, actually. So my confession.
Oh,
I
what's
texted
your
him this morning.
Bitch? I told
know.
you not to text him.
I'm sorry. You know me. I had to.
What did you?
I had to just see.
Why do you need the
Sometimes
confirmation?
you have to, okay, but sometimes you
No, I know you have to keep going back until you just fucking hate them.
No. Yes, but sometimes you just have to reach out and prove something to yourself. Like, oh, they really ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew that, but I was like,
so what
okay.
did you text him?
I texted him and I just said, hi, checking in. You've been very quiet. Hope you're having a good weekend.
You're so sweet, and like he does not deserve it. It makes me so mad.
And he literally says that. He always says like, you're too sweet to me. And it's like, at what point? Well, I mean, I am at the point because, yeah, so I haven't heard from him since Thursday.
It's Saturday.
And even Thursday, I got like 2 texts from him.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, so I texted him, I was like, hi, you've been, like, I'm just checking in. You've been super quiet. I hope you're having a good weekend. And
Nada.
And I sent that at like 10:30 a.m.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, anyways, that has been 7 months of my life down the drain.
Down the hatch, babe.
So, yeah, that I think has come to an end. Just, I mean, not by my choice. Like, embarrassingly enough to say.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think he's ghosting. I don't think he's completely ghosting. I think he'll eventually say something.
He will, yeah.
But, like,
as he does. Even
if he came back and was like, oh, sorry, like, I don't even know what a good excuse would be.
He's been in the mountains of Tennessee.
There's only one person that could give me that excuse.
Yeah.
They're not in Tennessee. So, yeah, yeah. Anyways, it's time to get out there.
It's time.
I'm ready.
It is so time. I'm so excited.
But I think, like, now it's so hard for me because I'm such a, okay, but now I have to heal. I'm not, like, a person that can, like, jump.
Yeah, I used to be, but I'm not anymore.
So, like, I genuinely thought that I was going to date this person.
Yeah, I know you did.
I mean, and it wasn't me being delusional. It was, like, me being told that.
Well, when he keeps reassuring you over and over again, like, man, don't do that shit.
Yeah, over and over reassurance, talking for 7 months. And, like, I can't go into detail, but just know it wasn't, like, a situationship for 7 months.
No, it wasn't.
It was, like, something out of our control was happening.
Yeah.
And there was, like, a countdown of, like, okay, once we get to this, it's going to be so much better. We're going to, like, XYZ.
Yeah, and, like, he asked you questions, like, what are your intentions? And, like, your intentions, like, matched up, and he, like, reassured you. So it's just, like, so shitty of him.
Yeah, it's really sad, too, because I was so patient and, like, extremely, extremely kind and graceful.
Yes. And
I didn't have to be, but for literally 7 months, I was, like, completely loyal. Like, didn't kiss another man, didn't talk to another man, nothing.
No.
And I didn't owe him that, but in my head it was like, oh, I see potential in, like, being with this person, so, like, let me not mess it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that's coming to an end. But now it's like, well, now I have to, like, get over that, so I have to heal from that. So I don't think that we can jump into a relationship, but I'm definitely ready to, like, see what's out there.
Yeah, I think it's good to, like, see what's out there, but, like, don't commit yourself to anything. Just, like, go with the flow.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We're going with the flow, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So, speaking of healing, what do you like to do to heal?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. The deep stuff.
Oh, gosh. I'm, like, the queen of saying, like, go to therapy.
Anything, you need to go to therapy.
Yeah, anything that's, like...
Now when I say it all the time because of you, and I'm like, I'm Claire. Mind you, I've never been to therapy.
I have to take a drink.
Okay. Chug-a-lug-lug, bitch.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the queen of, like, you need to go to therapy. So I started going to therapy in 2020. And I started going to therapy because I had, like, a traumatic event happen physically. But then it kind of just opened the can of worms, like, oh, you need to heal, like, a lot of your childhood self.
Yeah.
And just other things. So yeah, I've been going for 4 years, and it's been amazing. It's been 4 years since in June. It was 4 years.
Yeah.
And I just started with a new therapist, but healing is, like, obviously not linear, but I would say therapy is my main source of understanding myself and making myself more aware of why I am how I am and how I can either change it or how I can deal with it.
Yeah.
And just going to therapy and learning different behaviors and different attachment styles. And, you know, you grew up like this, and that's maybe why you look for that. So yeah, it's been super healing for me. I like to journal.
Yeah.
What else do? I don't know.
You have an app now that tracks your emotions.
Yes. So my therapist, I was like telling her my family history and stuff. She's like, "Oh, we need to start tracking your emotions and behaviors because
it ain't looking good, bro." I'm just kidding.
So yes, we're doing that now, which I had like kind of been in a low streak for a while, but also medication, no shame in the game.
No.
If you need it, take it.
Yes.
Because it has changed my life.
Yeah.
For the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also I just recently started reading this book. I had never been
Lukey.
I had never been like told a certain book to read through therapy. Yeah. And with this new therapist, I like told her like literally one thing, and she's like, "Oh my god, you need to read this book." So I started it, but it's like a gut punch. So it's kind of like I need to be in a good space.
In the right space, yeah.
Yeah. But therapy is super good. I've come a long way. Just like I don't even know how to explain it other than saying simply to understand myself.
Yeah.
And why I am the way I am. Understanding that has made me feel so much better and just validates me in a way that I didn't understand myself before. Like I didn't understand why I genuinely, and I still struggle with it. Clearly, I have a man that I've talked to for 7 months that's been ignoring me, and I'm still trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like I still struggle with it, but I used to be way worse.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you feel like therapy has like made you understand like other people better too?
Oh, 100%.
You're like, they're acting like this because of this.
100%.
Yeah.
Like Mountain Man.
Okay. Code name for Mountain Man.
I fully, wholeheartedly understand why he is the way he is based on his childhood.
Yeah.
And I think it's a double-edged sword understanding though, because it makes me give people more grace than they deserve.
Yeah.
Because people's actions and people's behavior says how they feel about you. People's words do not. Their actions and how they treat you.
I agree.
Are how they feel about you. If someone is willing to make you cry or make you upset and not change their behavior in the future, of course we all mess up and we all like upset people.
Yeah.
But if they're not willing to change their behavior and make things better, then that's how they feel about you.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree.
You know, like I'm far from perfect, but I try super hard. Like whenever I upset someone, I like sit on it, like I think about it, and then I'm like, okay, I need to be more aware of XYZ. This clearly upsets this person. So it's hard because I tend to give people more grace than they deserve, but it's because I try to like, I really try to understand maybe why they act the way they do.
Yeah.
But it's also so frustrating because I'm like, I know if Mountain Man would go to therapy.
Yeah.
We'd be married.
She'd be married and not here. I'll tell you that.
No. And this craziest thing is literally I would go tomorrow.
I know. Still.
Yeah.
I know you would.
Wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Womp, womp, womp. I feel like this got kind of serious.
I know. We were like going to be
silly.
Like,
this is like kind of deep, guys. Okay, so enough of like the sad, deep things.
Yeah, we got a little sappy on
Yeah,
us.
I'm in my feels right now. I'm about to start my period, so I'm a little emo. I was telling Dylan.
I feel really good.
I just said his name.
Period. Heard it here first.
I was telling my boyfriend that I'm feeling emo because I'm about to start my period. And he's like, oh, of course.
Of course.
When are the tears coming?
Was that this morning? I said, Allie, I miss your boyfriend.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, do you? Because he was making me mad. He wasn't answering my text because he was asleep. And I was like, how dare you stay up later than me?
Yeah, that's annoying. I hate that.
Like, what is he doing?
Or you know what I hate? Whenever I stay up late talking to someone, like you're in the early stages of a relationship.
Yeah.
And you stay up late talking and you wake up and they like sleep way longer than you. It's like, okay, come on.
So annoying. Like, wake up. I even tried.
Wake up and flirt with me.
I FaceTimed him. I called him. I texted him 3 times. I'm like, wake up. I said, wake up. I want to play.
No, literally, wake up and flirt with me.
No, literally. Like, I miss you. Yeah.
Okay, so tonight.
The goals are tonight. Oh, wait. The goals for tonight.
Well, it's almost 3 o'clock, so we're going to start getting ready soon.
Yes.
We're going to go to Applebee's.
We're going to have a few drinks.
We're going to have drinks, and we're going to have a platter.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to the rodeo.
Yes.
We're going to have drinks.
Yes.
And we're going to
shake our little booty.
Speak for yourself. Mine ain't little.
Can we talk about Ludacris real quick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. How did we skip that part?
Oh, my God. Ludacris is the man.
Yeah, so Ludacris performed
him.
Last night after the rodeo.
Yes.
They always have an entertainment. And Ludacris was last night.
He was so good.
First of all, not only was he a good performer, he sounds just like his songs. Like his rapping music. Like,
yes.
He sounded so good.
So good. Also, I lived out one of my childhood dreams because I never got to see Justin Bieber, and neither did you.
Yeah.
He rapped his Ludacris part in Baby by Justin Bieber.
It was so
Life
good.
complete.
He was like really engaged and into it. He played for a good hour.
Yeah,
he played.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Engaged and like into it with the crowd and like the whole crowd. Like last year, it was the Yin Yang Twins, and they had like audio issues because it wasn't nearly loud enough last year.
Yeah,
and they were just kind of all over the place, and so they weren't as good.
He sang like all of his hits, like. Literally, I didn't know maybe 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah.
Deadass.
Yeah. So last year, like the crowd was not as into it. Literally, the people that were in the dirt, and then everyone that was in the stands, like everyone was singing and dancing and having fun. And then it was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
And 2 years ago was Lil Jon, and it was also just like
I wish I was there for that.
He was also just like Ludacris. Like it was so
really
good.
I bet. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to come back hopefully tomorrow. But if not, say bye to Claire.
I'll be back.
And, oh yeah, she'll be back. We're roomies.
We live under the same roof.
We do.
I'm not dying.
No. Fucking hope not. I always do that too. But if we're coming back, well, you'll see us tomorrow.
Hopefully we're like a little silly and hungover.
I hope so.
We'll see.
I hope so. I hope we're like delusional. We're going to get drunk. At least like.
Should we pod tonight when we get back?
Let's make this a vlog. Fuck it.
Okay. We should vlog. Come along with us.
Come along with us.
To the rodeo.
I do not want to bring my camera.